Hi, I'm Geodav, and in this video, well, I say this video, in the following videos, what we're going to do is take the weapon that we created in Blender, we've imported it into UDK, and we made a start in the last video using the code from the link gun. Now, when I say this and the following videos, what I'm going to do is take each problem that we face within the link gun code and deal with it separately. Now, the reason for this is purely because I've had problems recording the videos. I get over sort of like 15-20 minutes and it won't sort of like save the video. So basically all we're going to do is each problem that we face we're going to deal with, and I'll stop the video, and then the next video will go on to the next problem. Okay, I'll try to name the video files appropriately. So also in the future, if you've only got, say, one problem, we can actually show the problem, go in there, edit the code and fix it. Okay, so what problems are we going to face? Well, first off, you might have noticed that I've got the ammo code up here. I've changed the name to UT Ammo BC Link Gun, well, BC L Gun and not just L Gun. The same going for the weapon classes and all the other bits and pieces. So I've got everything set up correctly here. Okay, all nice and dandy. Now, if you need this code set up or the content that I'm using, feel free to let me know on my Epic thread on the UDK forums. Please do not use the personal message system or the comments on YouTube, because it's getting very, very tatty, very hard for me to keep up and follow. Okay, so where do we go from here? Right, I've compiled all this. Let's get out of there. Let's get the game started and see where we go. See what problems we've got and fixing the first one. Now, obviously, I know what the problem is. Instant action, game mode, death, big indoor map, settings. Don't want any of them. Back in there, start the game. In game. Right, all I'm going to do, as you can see, for the game type we're set up using the basic shock rifle. Here's one of the first problems we face. I'm not going to deal with that in this video, but you'll see the pivot of, well, the pickup weapon is sort of like orbiting around the pickup base. I'll show you how to fix that shot in one of the next videos. Anyway, run across there, pick it up, and straight away you will see that our weapon is sat on the left hand side of the screen, when really it should be on the right hand side of the screen, because I haven't told it to be left-handed. Next problem, fire the weapon, I get deafened. You'll find that the fire effect doesn't actually come from the weapon itself. Okay, as you can see there. Right, okay, the first thing we're going to deal with is, well, let's get out of there. Well, stop that. So I can point with the mouse, is getting the weapon mesh to go from over here to over there. So how do we do that? Right, let's get out of here very quickly, he says. Alright, in the code. Alright, I've told you about the ammo code. We've changed that. We're pointing it to BC Link Gun. Right, get rid. Attachment code we don't want to play with at this moment in time. What we want to play with is the first person code, which is the UT weapon, in my case BC L gun. Now, as you can see here, I've already got the area that I want to deal with, but just so you notice, we've got the anim set, well, skeletal mesh anim set in that section there. Now, if I had the editor up and running, I would have shown you the reason why things are a little bit off on our weapon. you'll find in the editor, if you look at the link gun, it's the actual base mesh is quite a way off to the right and not sitting at 0, 0, 0 like ours does. Right, and to compensate for that, what the Epic have done is moved the player view offset by these values. Okay, so you can change the offset by X, Y, and Z. Now, if you imagine the middle of your screen will be 0, 0, 0, probably somewhere down here. Okay, is 0, 0, 0. Now, well, might actually be around here somewhere thinking about it, but we could set all these to 0, 0, 0 and see where the weapon actually comes positioned. It probably will end up somewhere in the middle. Alright, but we know our mesh sits at 0, 0, 0, and if it sits down here on the left hand side, which is quite fine. So all we really want to do is whack it over to the right hand side. Now, from left to right is the Y value. X is front and back, and obviously Z is up and down. Okay, so if you wanted to go from over there to over here, the simple thing is, I'm trying to explain my thinking, which might help you getting your mesh orientated into the right position. If here is 0, yeah, in the middle, and at the moment it's set at -18, which is pushing it over to the left hand side. If I change that to +18, it should actually get us over here on the right hand side. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take the minus away from the Y value. I'm going to save it, close it. Now this is one of the things that I do all the time. I don't use Unreal front end, well, the front end, for anything apart from packaging my games. Once I change a piece of code, I save it, restart the game or the editor, and you get this coming up. Okay, obviously if you have already set up your package correctly, which by now you should have. Okay, so that's all in the basic stuff. Let's start the game again. Once you've actually started the game on your computer once per session of running your computer, you'll find that it will start up a little bit quicker. The first time you start, it'll go, I'll get there eventually. Get the map. Settings, I don't want to go back. Start the game. Now, like I say, all I'm going to do in this video is actually get what they call the player view offset. Now, as you can see there, now we used to be, if I just hit the escape button, the weapon was here. And by changing the -Y value from there to a +Y value, it has brought the weapon over here. Okay? Oh, no, wrong. So, well, in fact, we'll just leave it at that, okay? Get out of there. So, like I say, to move the position of your weapon, if your weapon is not in the correct position, it's the player view offset that you need to change. Okay? So we'll just leave it at that, and in the next video we'll deal with one of the other problems. Okay, see you soon.